Just checking. You can hear me, right? Sounds good? Okay, cool. So I'm going to go get starting lineups. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I believe we're on now. Can I get the thumbs up? All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Thunderdome at Swanton. For tonight's girls basketball matchup, we have an intriguing one tonight as the Lake Region Rangers travel from the Northeast Kingdom all the way down here to Swanton to face the MVU Thunderbirds. Before we get to the basketball, first a word about our sponsors. This live broadcast would not be possible without our local sponsors. A huge thank you to the Northwest Rehab Services, Sticks and Stuff, Collins Pearly Sports Fitness Center, Handy Toyota, Swanton Lumber, Nova Glass, H&B Greenhouse Nursery, and JC Image. If your business would like to join our incredible community of sponsors, contact Northwest Access TV at 802-782-8676. Before we get to the national anthem, I'm going to give you the Lake Region and MVU starters. Starting for the visiting Rangers is going to be number 2, Maddie Racine. She's a senior guard. The number 5, Sequoia Sweeney. She's also a senior, a guard as well. Number 12, Madison Bowman, a junior guard. Number 15, Lillian Fado. She's a senior forward. And number 22, Alyssa Butler. She is a senior forward. The Rangers are coached by Joe Houston. They've had some success the last few years, making the finals in D3 for the last, I believe, 3 or 4 years. In 2020, they were co-champs because of COVID. But overall, a really successful team, a pillar of D3 girls basketball. Now, for your MVU Thunderbirds, interesting team this year. They went 10-10 last year. Talked to Coach Tim Luna before the game. We'll get to that in a bit. The starters are number 10, Destiny Pigeon. She's a senior. She's a captain. She's also a guard. Number 12, Alexandria Bordeaux. She's a junior guard. Number 22, Sierra Reynolds. She's a junior forward. Number 23, Mackenzie Vincent. She is a forward. She's also a senior. And number 24, Molly Amidor. She's a swingman. She's a guard forward junior. They're coached by Tim Luna. He's coached AAU for the last 4 or 5 years, has taken the MVU job. We'll turn it over to the public address announcer now for the introduction of the lineups and the national anthem, and we'll be back when it's time to tip.
This includes any references to another person's race, gender,
right, welcome back to the Thunderdome. We had starting lineups, the VPA sportsmanship announcement, and the national anthem. So we're going to get the basketball now. Lake Region comes in 0-1. They lost their first game of the year. This is MVU's first official game of the year. They scrimmaged Richford and Milton, winning both of those. Keys to the game for Lake Region. They're good. They have good size. They're veteran heavy. 3 straight finals appearances, not including 2020 where they were quad champs. Sequoia Sweeney is their top player. She's a senior guard. She's going to be the one to watch. For MVU, MVU went 10-10 last year. Looks to build off that and set higher program expectations. Talking of Tim Luna before the game, he just took this job. You know, he's been coaching AAU around here for 4 or 5 years now, getting back involved, and was talking about how they have a good mixed roster with some seniors and some youth, and how they're just looking to build off the 10-10 of last year. They want to get to Barry this year. That's the goal for these ladies. Face-off is taken and won by the Thunderbirds. They're going to drive in. They're going to shoot right off the bat. It's going to be a miss, just a little wide left. Lake Region will rebound. Sweeney is going to bring that ball up now for the Rangers. She's going to hand it off to the three-point line where Lillian Fado will be. Back over to Maddie Racine. Racine drives in, shoots, gets blocked. There's a foul called. We'll see who they called on. They put it on the board. It's on number 10. That's going to be Destiny Pigeon with her first foul. The first foul for the Thunderbirds overall. Not a shooting foul, so they will Lake Region will inbound onto the left side. Sweeney now. Sweeney's looking. She surveys. She drives in. Does the dribble move. Back at the three-point line. Gives it over to Racine. Racine to Sweeney. That's going to be the combo tonight for Lake Region. Those two are going to play off each other a lot. Sequoia Sweeney's going to jump in. Nice little shot. Hits all parts of the rim and goes in. Lake Region on the board first. Ball's going to be brought up now by Alexandra Bordeaux. He's going to go into the paint. Going to go for a 3 deep 2. Going to be missed. Good open shot there by Sierra Reynolds. She had the lane, just a little too much power on it. For MVU, this looks to be a benchmark game to see exactly where they are to start the season. You know, Lake Region is a D3 team, and they've gone to the finals the last few years as number 12, Madison Bowman, is going to lay that in for 2. You know, for MVU, they were 10-10 last year. They're looking to build. They have a good senior team. This will be a good chance to see just how they match up against one of D3's best teams. Moving around now, that's going to be up a little too much power again from Reynolds. She's had some good shots today. Another good shot take there by Pigeon. A little too much power off the stop, and that's going to be 2 points for Maddie Racine. Lake Region off to a 6-0 lead here. About a minute and a half gone in the first quarter. MVU looks to set up the offense now. Looks to set up the scene, looks to get it inside. Ball's kicked off a foot. Good ball movement here from the Thunderbirds. Moving it back around. Bordeaux is looking to get it in. Loses the handles. And Lake Region will set it up. 2 minutes gone. 6 minutes left to go here in the first. Dribble, drive. A little too much power there from Alyssa Butler. Sweeney will get the rebound, and she will reassess. A little out of three-point line, a couple feet out. They'll set it up. They'll set the screen, the cut. The shot just a little off. MVU will get a rebound. Coach is going to call a timeout. I believe that is Coach Tim Luna's first official timeout as the MVU coach. So talking of Coach Luna before the game, you know, he was talking about how big playing AAU ball is and how one of the things he's going to do for this program and build this program is getting these kids playing AAU ball, you know, during the summer, because when you come into training camp, you want to know who you're playing with. It makes it a lot easier. You know, MVU has had a lot of success in the sense of that they have really building. They have 27, he said, I believe, 7th graders that are coming up through the girls program right now. Only one 8th grader, but definitely a lot of future prospects for this MVU team to hopefully get down the Barry. This is a really good senior squad for the Thunderbirds. You know, they want to play some tight defense. They don't want to beat themselves. That's the big key for them. They don't want to beat themselves. They don't want to get down big early. So Coach Luna calling the timeout. He's going to draw up the play, and we'll see what they come up with. 5:38 left to go here in the first quarter. Lake Region leads 6-0. Handling it down is Bordeaux. Kicks it out over to Destiny Pigeon. Lake Region gets the ball, steals it, moves it around, and that's going to be another bucket for number 22, Alyssa Butler. No substitutions yet for the Thunderbirds. One of the things that Tim Luna also said that he was going to roll really deep with his bench. He was going to play about 10 players tonight. They are going to go deep on the bench and hope that having a deep bench helps them out. The ball is picked away. Good hands there by Lillian Fado. Sweeney picks up her dribble now, is going to give it over to Bowman. Bowman's going to drive. There's going to be a foul called. I think the foul is going to be on Molly Midor. And it is. That's the first foul for her, second foul for the Thunderbirds. Mass substitution now. Like I said, MVU was going to go really deep with the bench. So seeing a bunch of new kids in there. Cassandra Reynolds comes in. She's a senior captain. Also coming in is Avery Guyette. Almost makes a play right there, as that's going to be another bucket from Lake Region. Seeing Jalen Langlois is in now. Seeing Aaliyah Wilson. Steal by Sweeney. Sweeney's going to go up, and Lake Region is going to take a 12-0 lead here. MVU just needs to get a bucket on the board, stop the bleed, and we'll see if the new squad here can make something happen. This is going to be the younger squad. You have some freshmen and sophomores here. New players. One of the interesting things Coach Luna and I were talking about before the game was how there's a lack of guard depth. They had to take the guards basically from what would be their JV seasons because there just isn't a lot of guards. That's going to be a foul on Alyssa Butler. She's going to get tagged with the blocking foul. That'll be the first foul for Lake Region, first foul for Butler. So it'll be really interesting to see. You know, the first couple games of the year, you're going to have freshmen who are playing against senior JV. You know, it's going to be a learning curve for sure for MVU. Ball is inbound. It hits a player. That's going to be a shot. Nice little take there. A little too much power. Guyette gives it over to Reynolds. Reynolds gets tied up. They're going to call a jump ball. Possession arrow is showing Lake Region. Lake Region will take this ball. 12-0 is your score. 3:48 left to go in the first quarter. MVU gets their starters back up to come back in. Looks like there's a foul called on number 11. That's going to be Guyette. MVU will do another mass substitution. So it looks like Luna is going to do the big subs today. He's going to do the big subs, switch them out as a unit. Lake Region has yet to sub yet. I have not seen a change there. Good drive there. Shot has just a little too much power, but Lake Region scoops up the rebound. That's going to be 2 points for Kaylee Sargent. Sargent did check into the game at the last whistle. We didn't catch it, so she's into the game now and gets 2 points to start out with. MVU looks to make something happen. Sequoia Sweeney is going to steal it again. Sequoia is one of the better players in the state. Beautiful shot there, just misses a little bit. Lake Region gets the rebound. Definitely winning in the trenches today. Sweeney thought about it, steps back, shoots it, misses. MVU gets that rebound. They'll look to slow it down. 3 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Good drive there, and there's a foul that is called. Smart play there by Destiny Pigeon to just take it to the hole. That's going to be a shooting foul, I believe. Foul is going to be on Kaylee Sargent. That'll be her second for the Rangers. Pigeon will go to the line now, shoot two. Chance to get MVU on the board. First one's a nice one. Thunderbirds on the board. Second one, just a little too much power. That's going to go off a Lake Region player, though, so MVU will retain possession. The score is 14-1. Thanks for joining us here on YouTube on a Tuesday night. We look forward to bringing you all of MVU girls and boys basketball as much as we can. Always looking for some commentators, though, so if you want to commentate, reach out to the station. We'd love to have you. Nice shot there by number 12, Alexandra Bordeaux. She just has a little too much power, though. You know, MVU's gotten some good looks so far. You know, they've had a couple good looks from the elbow. They had a couple good looks from deep on the left or the right side in the deep 2 range. You know, they just haven't fallen yet for MVU. You know, they're playing competitively. And that's what you got to do. You just got to continue to play competitive basketball and just hope some of those shots start to fall. It's only a 13-point lead for Lake Region, so you can easily work back from one of those. Good dribble and drive there. That is some post magic from Mackenzie Vincent. Just put it on her man there. Made a nice little hop step. Got in it off the glass. Perfect little post play there by Vincent to get MVU's first bucket of the game. That's going to be high and away. Maddie Racine throwing the ball to Sequoia Sweeney like she was a tight end. And unfortunately, she is not 6 feet tall. Joe Houston from Lake Region is going to take a timeout. We got 2 minutes and 3 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. You're watching this on the Northwest Access TV YouTube channel. Thanks to everybody watching. If you have any questions, you can put them in the chat because I am monitoring the chat, trying to do multiple things at once here. This gym is beautiful. This is my first game in the gym since before the pandemic. Long-time viewers will realize that I used to do a lot of MVU girls games back in 2016-17. We were here all the time. For those who didn't catch the intro, I'm Dustin Tanner. All right, ball's in now for your Thunderbirds. Bringing it up is going to be number 12, Alexander Bordeaux is going to hand it over to Pitchin. He's going to try to dribble it around. Good drive opportunity there, and what a beautiful ball movement play there. Sierra Reynolds gets it on the left side three-point line. Sees she's got the lane, drives in, beats her man, draws the foul. Beautiful little basketball play there. Just some great ball movement there. They moved it all around the world. They found the open person. They got the lane. Just Lake Region defender was really late there. Kaylee Sargent just kind of got caught flat-footed. First three throw-in is in for Sierra Reynolds. Sorry about that. Second one is up. MVU, 2-4 from the free throw line. Rebound was grabbed there by Mackenzie Vincent, but she just was not able to get it up until she traveled there. Possession is going to be Lake Region. Lake Region brings it up now. Racine moves it around, gives it over to Sweeney. Sweeney gets double team. Really good double team there from MVU. There's a kickball. Sweeney just kind of got it caught under her foot. Thanks to Sasha in the YouTube chat. It looks like Lake Region is moving up to D2 this year. So it'll be really interesting to see how they can contend there. As everybody knows, they've been really good. That's going to be a charge. That's a beautiful charge taken by, I believe, Kiara Quinta. No, I didn't see. Let me look here and see who took that charge. Got that charge wrong. I apologize for that. Taking that charge was Lily Nefato. MVU gets the ball back. Goes out. Lake Region has the ball. MVU is trying to press now. Sweeney's going to pick it up. She's going to go past her man. She's going to dribble it into the safe zone. She's looking to go all the way. Pulls it back out now. Will reassess. She looks to set up the play. It looks like to be a low block play. It's an ISO. She's going ISO. She's going in. And a beautiful layup there by Sweeney. MVU ready as a substitution again. We have a minute left to go. The score is 16-4. Another steal there from Racine. Sweeney is going to have a clear path. She's going to get bumped. She's going to make it. and she'll go to the line for one more. MVU is doing a mass substitution. Not the first quarter you want if you're Coach Luno, but plenty of time here left in this game to make some adjustments and see what you can do. Sweeney makes it. She's one of the best players in the state, like I have said. She's going to get a rest now as Madison Bowman checks back in for the Rangers. Sweeney will sit here for probably the last 48 seconds of the quarter. Get some water, sit down. Really good run for her there. 5 points in the last 2 possessions. MVU did a mass substitution. They'll sub it in now. They get it in. Good chance there. There's going to be a foul called. And it looks like Aaliyah Wilson will go to the line for 2. Got 33 seconds left to go. The score is 19-4. Misses the first free throw. MVU's got to work on those free throws. They have left 3 points on the board now. They are 2 for 5 from the line in this first quarter. Make that 2 for 6. Good steal there by the Thunderbirds. Really good hands play. They'll set it up now. 26 seconds left to go. Get that ball back. Moving it all the way around the world again. And that's just going to be mishandled. Lake Region is going to get it now. They're going to come in down. Going coast to coast with the bucket is going to be number 12, Madison Bowman. She'll go to the line for 2 more. .1 left to go here in this first quarter. The scoreboard says period, even though we know it's quarters. Misses the free throw. MVU will get the rebound. They'll have one last possession here. Let's see if they can get a shot off. They move it. There's going to be a nice little shot there. That's a beautiful little bucket by Kelsey Parody, freshman guard. Get some excitement into the crowd. And your score after one, MVU 6, Lake Region 21. We'll reset for the second quarter. You know, MVU had some good shots there in that first quarter. They just were not able to capitalize. And, you know, when you're a young team and when you're a senior team, right, you know, when you have that mix, that second lineup for MVU trying to get their bearings there. It'll be really interesting to see how they do as this game progresses and as the season progresses. You know, once you get more reps in, the first game is always kind of difficult. Lake Region, really, really good team, just a good team. I've been watching Sequoia Sweeney play for a couple years now. I do some of the public address announcing for South Burlington, so I've seen Lake Region a couple of times actually, and they're just good. They have a really good senior squad. You know, they are definitely a championship contender, I think. You know, making it to Barry these last couple of years. I think they can win a D2 title. MVU will inbound it now. Shot taken from 3, misses everything there by Destiny Pigeon, but it was a good look. MVU's going to dribble in now. Good up and in there by Sierra Reynolds. She's going to get 2 and the foul. For Lake Region, this is a big warm-up game for them because they play, I believe they play Rice on Thursday. Yeah, I did just check that schedule. Free throws missed. Lake Region plays Rice. Jump ball. Possession arrow is going to be Lake Region. So Lake Region plays Rice on Thursday, so that's going to be a really interesting game for them. You know, definitely want to get on the win column before you face a Rice team that is known to be a D1 powerhouse in this state. Ball's going to be brought up now by Madison Bowman. Bowman is going to give it over to Racine. Racine over to Bella Aiken. It's a name we haven't called yet. Aiken is going to give it over to Alyssa Butler. Butler back to Racine. Racine is looking to drive in. Thinks better of it. Back to Butler. Over back to Aiken. Aiken's going to drive in now and is going to turn it over. She was looking for Alyssa Butler on that little scoop pass, and she just gave it to Mackenzie Vincent instead. Oh, really beautiful play there by Vincent to find Alexandria Bordeaux. She was just cutting in there, and MVU off to a little 4-0 run to start the second quarter. Sequoia Cini at the check-in table for Lake Region. She'll come back in at the next buzzer. Lake Region's moving it around now. Good shot take there from Madison Bowman, but she missed. Just a little too much power to the left side. MVU is going to bring it up now. Alexandria Bordeaux. She's your main point guard. She's going to take a shot. Looks like an illegal screen was called on MVU. Lake Region ball. That's going to be the offensive foul. 6 fouls for MVU, 7 fouls for MVU now. Lake Region will shoot the rest of the quarter. That's the first foul on Mackenzie Vincent. Sweeney checks back in. 6:37 left to go here in the second quarter. Very close to an over and back. Sweeney's going to break, automatically misses that wide open layup. MVU gets the rebound, but then gets tied up, and all Sierra Reynolds can do is just foul on that. She grabbed the rebound, and really good defensive play there from Alyssa Butler to just come in and just try to rip it, and gets fouled. And because Lake Region is in the bonus, they will shoot a 1-and-1 here. First one is up. No, they actually awarded them 2. Never mind. They called it a shooting foul. Did not know they were in the double bonus. Butler makes the first one. That's a lane violation. They got him. Lane violation by Lake Region. Bella Aiken got a little too excited there. It just came forward just a little bit. And, you know, sometimes you can get away with that lane violation if the girl you're going with goes with you, but not today. Really good cut play there again by MVU. They just missed a shot, though. Reynolds a little too much power. But that inside cut on the baseline looks to be available for the Thunderbirds. They should keep going back to it. Madison Bowman comes down and gets the bucket. 6 minutes left to go here in the second period. Your score is 24-10. Vincent gives it over to Pigeon. Pigeon looks to give it into Reynolds. Reynolds looks to make something happen. You know, Reynolds has had some good shots today. Vincent puts that back up. And Racine is going to get it over to a Bowman. Or not to Bowman, that's going to be Butler. And MVU is going to put their full substitution in. Nice little bump there. Again, that baseline play is open for Sierra Reynolds. Has been open all day. And if I'm MVU, I'm just going to keep going back to that. They're basically just giving her that baseline and saying, come on and shoot it. Reynolds has taken a good amount of shots today. She's missed, I would say, if I had a rough estimate, I think she's like 1 for 8 today. But, you know, if those shots start falling, she get really hot one of these games and just have a game where she can score 10, 20 points on you if you're going to give her that lane. She'll go to the line now for 1 free throw, 2 free throws because it was a shooting foul. Chance to cut the lead down for Lake Region. Lake Region with a 16-point lead here. Reynolds makes the first one. It's now a 15-point lead for Lake Region. Reynolds goes 2 for 2. That's big for MVU. They needed those buckets. You know, they've left 4 points on the board so far from the free throw line. They improve now to 4 for 8, 50%. Not what you want, but getting there. Lake Region is going to face the MVU press now. MVU puts that second unit in, and they're going to press, and they're going to get burnt on the press, but let's see if Lake Region can make them pay for it. They cannot. Sweeney's going to move it over to Racine. Racine is going to look to give it into the post. It's going to go back out to Sweeney. Sweeney gets grabbed there, but it does not matter. She drains the 3. Moving it around now, yeah, MVU. Looks to get it in, intercepted, bounce pass is not there. Sweeney's gonna come through again. She's gonna, oh, beautiful bounce pass there by Sweeney. Went up looking for the shot, saw she had Madison Bowman cutting in. Did a fake no-look pass there, just a no-look pass. Patrick Mahomes over here. 3-point shot taken by MVU, misses just a little less power than needed to get to the hoop. 4:39 left to go, Lake Region. Gonna run away with it here. That is 2 points for Maddie Racine. Rangers definitely trying to get it all tuned up before their Thursday night showdown with Rice. That's two pretty intense travel days. Pretty long travel week for the Rangers. They come from the North Country. I remember taking that bus for volleyball a few times from Enosburg to Lake Region. It is not a fun bus ride. I don't think Lake Region to South Burlington is a fun bus ride either. Shot is missed there. Rebound grabbed by Lillian Fado. MVU is going to come up now. It's 35-12. Not the start the Thunderbirds wanted today, but, you know, there's going to be many more games this season where MVU matches up against teams that are more in their league. You know, this is a good chance for MVU to see what the very top of D2 is going to look like. You know, if you want to get down to Barry, these are the teams you have to contend with. A shot is missed there by the Thunderbirds. 4 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. Thank you for joining us on Northwest Access TV tonight. Your score is 35-12. Lake Region out to a commanding lead tonight in the MVU's first game of the year. Got many more broadcasts coming your way from this gym today. Well, not from this gym today, from this season. We have a lot of boys basketball. We have a lot of girls basketball. We got MVU hockey too. We can go live up from Highgate, which will be a lot of fun to watch the boys and girls hockey teams play. Along with your classic BFA MVU match. We got some BFA MVU at the end of the month. I'll be on the mic for one of those. Both a girls and boys matchup. It'll be fun to watch the I-89 rivalry. Moving the ball around now. That's going to be a shot taken. Good shot, but it misses by just a little much to the right. 3:16 left to go in the first half. Sweeney is going to push it in there, takes the rough shot. A little too much power there, should have probably slowed it down. Here it comes, MVU. They're going to kick it to the three-point line. That's going to be a three-pointer taken. A little too much power there from number 24, Molly Meador. Under 3 minutes left to go here now in the first half, second quarter. Wide open three-point attempted, but missed by number 23. That is Dana Knights. She is a senior guard. We haven't called her name yet, but she's in the game now. And the Lake Region getting a chance to run their whole bench today. I fully expect both teams will have plenty of time for everybody to play. You know, early in the season, we got to figure it out. Wide open three-pointer taken there. Missed everything. Dana Knight trying to get it in again. Rebound is grabbed by Mackenzie Vinson. Reynolds, observing, looking, gives it over to Meador. Back over to Bordeaux. It's going to go in. That's going to be a nice little play there by Meador. She's going to get under 2 minutes left to go now here. Stolen there, just a bad play there by Sweeney. Oddly a bad play by Sweeney there. She just, I don't know what she saw, but she clearly did not see the MVU defender just kind of standing there who stole it, had to chase it down. Ball will go out of bounds. Good play there by MVU. Meador gets another one. Already a better second quarter for MVU. You know, they only scored 6 in the first. They have 10 now. That's going to be a blocking foul on Vincent. If you're looking at the game of quarters, you know, MVU, you know, this quarter has been 16 points for Lake Region, 10 points for MVU, so it's been much closer second quarter. Just got to get a faster start next time against a team like Lake Region. 1:30 left to go in the first half. Free throw is made. It is 38-16. Reynolds is going to go in. Vincent Reynolds. Reynolds has an open shot, takes it. Oh, that shot hit everywhere in the net but did not go in. Oh, in and out. Those are the roughest. Full court pass now. Shot's going to go in. That's going to be 2 points for Kaylee Sargent. 40-16 is your score. Under a minute to go now. Bringing the ball up is going to be Alexandria Bordeaux. Bordeaux just a little too high for Vincent. One of those early season plays where Vincent had a really beautiful lane on the pick and roll. Was going to be open, but just did not. Wasn't able to get the handles. Ball's in now. Vincent is going to get scored on. That's going to be 2 more for Lillian Fetto. And we're under the 30-second mark. Meador, Reynolds. Reynolds is going to go in. He's going to shoot. It's going to be short. That's going to be a travel by Lake Region. Lake Region will make a couple substitutions now. Possession error showing for MVU. He likes to get it in. Shot taken. Good three-pointer there by Destiny Pigeon. 10 seconds left. Let's see if MVU can get a stop. I don't know why they rushed that. That was rushed. 4.3 seconds left to go. Let's see if MVU can get something off here. Smart to roll the ball. Sweeney's right there. That ball is going to be off. Pigeon had the shot off, just a little too much power. And your score at halftime is going to be the Lake Region Rangers 42. The MVU Thunderbirds 19. We'll be back in just a moment with our second half of basketball action here on Northwest Access TV. Welcome back to the Thunderdome, where at halftime, the Lake Region Rangers lead the MVU Lady Thunderbirds 42-19. Got some halftime stats for you, but before that, we need to thank our sponsors. This live broadcast wouldn't be possible without our local sponsors. A huge thank you to Northwestern Rehab Services, Sticks and Stuff, the Collins Burley Sports and Fitness Center, Handy Toyota, Swan Lumber, Novu Glass, H&B Greenhouse and Nursery, and JC Image. If your business would like to join our incredible community of sponsors, contact Northwest Access TV at 802-782-8676. You know, to vamp a little bit about our winter sports coverage, I remember in 2013, 2014, you'd have to go all the way back, where we just did these games on tape delay. Lane, the videographer, and I would just go out to these places and just shoot them, not do them live, put them on the station, no advertisers, nothing, just bare bones operation. And now we have a beautiful winter sports operation. It's the best in the state. You know, it's the best broadcasts in the state, and you don't have this in every county in Vermont. You know, Franklin County really gets lucky with the fact that we're able to do this for MVU and BFA, and being able to be at these games and be live, bring it to your living rooms, because it's cold outside, and I don't know about you, but I don't want to go outside multiple times a week to watch some sports, and there's not a lot of sports on a Tuesday night, so we're happy to have you here. So once again, you know, if you want to join our incredible community of sponsors, contact Northwest Access TV, 802-782-8676. So at halftime, it's been the Sequoia Sweeney show for Lake Region. You know, she is one of the best players in the state. She is the best player by far in this team. She's got 12 points at halftime, 12 of the 42. There's about a fourth of Lake Region's scoring coming from one person, as the ball is in now. For MVU, not a lot of scoring for them for 19 points, but for the Thunderbirds, Sierra Reynolds has 5 points. She is the leading scorer. Shot goes up and out by Bordeaux now. It's going to be a travel under the net by Alyssa Butler. Butler wondering what she did there. Gives the ref a what? MVU will get possession of the ball and will get it in. Screen play set under there. Looks to set the screen, nothing there. 5 seconds almost goes out. She gets it out to the three-point line. Aaron pass there, looking for nobody. MVU will reset it, gives it over out to Bordeaux. Bordeaux's going to look to get it into Vincent. Vincent's going to shoot. I think there was some contact on that where that ball got hit as it came out of Vincent's hand. Lake Region will get the rebound, and they'll bring it down the court. Sweeney is going to assess now. She's going to give it over to Lillian Fado. Fado is going to give it over to Maddie Racine. Racine is going to dribble it in, come back out, give it over to, or it looks like Madison Bowman. Good passing there, a nice little triangle of offense. It's just a little too much power on the shot, but the rebound goes off of Reynolds. And it'll still be Lake Region ball. Minute gone here in the third quarter. Sweeney's going to pick on, he's going to pop out of the pick and pop movement there. Kind of got away with a carry there, picked that ball up and took a little extra step. Once again, Lake Region kind of setting up a little triangle here, and now they break it out. Some good ball movement here from Lake Region. You know, at this point for them, you know, they're getting ready to play Rice on Wednesday. You definitely want to just tune up your offense. You want to make sure your sets are good. Sweeney's going to get 2 more points there and draw a foul. That brings up to 14 for the night. Score is 44-19, 25-point lead for the Rangers. I always love Lake Region. You know, Newport's a beautiful little town. Sweeney makes it. She's up to 15 points now. Always liked they got some like they got like a boat tour up on the Memphremagog Lake there. That's a beautiful one. I know a former flight attendant, Heather McEwen, has written a few books. She works on that boat tour up there. Lake Region is going to steal the ball. Going to bring it in. That's going to be 2 more points for Madison Bowman. And I believe we are in the second half of vamping time. That's going to be a steal by Sweeney. Hits the ref. Good cut there. Basket's going to be a little off. Too much power by Racine. She gets her own rebound, though. Gives it back out to Sweeney, and we'll try it again for the Rangers. Good little dribble in there. Good, smart play by Alyssa Butler to realize it was a 4-on-1, and that was not going to work in her favor. Sweeney is just going to shoot a three-pointer. Is going to have a little too much power. MVU does not get the rebound. That's a rebound by Lake Region. Lillian Faudo puts it in for two more. It's now a 30-point lead, 49-19. MVU has yet to score this half. Lake Region on a 7-0 run to start the half. Sweeney is going to get it again. On that 7-0 run, Sweeney is responsible for what feels like all of them. She's at 17 points now for the game. MVU brings in, that's going to be a travel call. They'll do a mass substitution. We got 5:01 left to go in the third quarter. It's going to be Sweeney. She's going to do the baseball pass with just a little too much, but Lake Region really good hustle play there by Madison Bowman to recover and get that ball. Sweeney's going to put up a shot, is going to miss. Rebound is going to be grabbed by Faudo. Faudo is going to miss it. Moving it around now. Sweeney, Racine. Racine into Butler. Butler makes some moves. Back to Racine. Racine shoots to deep two, misses everything. Good defense there for MVU. You know, at this point, if you're the Thunderbirds, you're playing a possession-to-possession game, right? You want to practice your defense. You want to practice your sets. You know, you're not going to, I don't think you're going to go on a 30-point run anytime soon. So you really just want to work on some fundamentals here and make sure you feel good going into your second game. You know, at MVU, they're still in the program building mode. You know, they went 10-10 last year like we talked about at the start of the show. You know, they want to try to make it to Barrie this year, but that's going to be a deep climb for them. But there's going to be a lot of teams that they face this year that they are much better than. And Sweeney gets two more. She's just unstoppable tonight. 19 now for Sequoia Sweeney. She'll go to the line for one more. That's a foul on number 11 for MVU. I believe it's number 11, Alex. Avery Grayette. All right, that foul is correct. Apologize for fidgeting with the mic there. Sweeney's going to shoot it. She's going to make it. She's pretty good at this basketball thing. I'll give her that. Score is 54-19. Sweeney will come out now. I think she'll be done for a little while. You know, the interesting about what Joe Houston does is that he does not run a deep bench. He only has 4 kids on that bench. He's only carrying 9, it looks like, this year. I don't know if that has to do because of injury. Because I count a few more kids on this roster than the 9 that I see. Yeah, it looks like he's carrying 10, and there was one at the scores table. So he's, you know, he's carrying 10, which is really interesting because, you know, he's got his clear starting unit, which started the game, dominated the early game. So we're going to see how deep that starting unit can carry him. It looks like the second unit and Maddie Racine right now for Lake Regions out there. Ball is into Bella Aiken. Bella Aiken is a freshman forward. Is the only freshman on this roster. Does not look like she plays JV either, so she is a true varsity freshman. You know, sometimes you'll have those split freshmen who will play 2 or 3 quarters of JV and be available on the bench for the 1 quarter of varsity. You can play up to 5 quarters last time I checked in VPA basketball. So if you play JV, you play 4 quarters and be available for 1 quarter of the varsity game, but only allowed 5 quarters between a JV and varsity game. So, you know, if you are a split player, probably play 3 quarters in the JV game, so you have 2 available in the varsity game, and you'll get in the varsity, gets a big lead. Madison Bowman makes the free throw. On the court right now for Lake Region, it's Dana Knights, it's Madison Bowman, It's Bella Aiken, Maddie Racine, and Kaylee Sargent. Only player we haven't seen tonight, I believe, is number 1, Elena Azur. She does not appear to be on the bench. I do not see a number 1 anywhere. So we just assume she's out today. Shots going to be taken by MVU. Misses. MVU has yet to score in this quarter with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Very strong halftime adjustment by Lake Region. You know, you always want to guard against, you get a big lead and you come out, you can cough that up real easy in the third quarter. That's going to be a three-pointer taken and missed. MVU gets the rebound. But Lake Region, Joe Houston did a really good job of getting his squad focused and making sure that they came out foot on the gas. Anyway, Jalen Langalois looks to travel in. Shot taken by number 5 for MVU. That's Ashlyn Dupree. Just banging bodies there now. I don't know what the goal there was by Bella Aiken. Just kind of ran into the other girl. MVU sets it up now. They're moving it in. Langlois has to be a post presence. Gets that good shot up, but it misses. Good post play there. Ball's going to be handled now by Aaliyah Wilson. Back over to Wilson. Wilson is going to give it over to Cassandra Reynolds. MVU's going to put their starting 5 back in. So, you know, Tim Luna is sticking to the plan. He is putting the 5 in. He's gotten them in a 5-and-5 rotation. He's got a Pigeon, Bordeaux, Reynolds, Vincent, Meador, you know, he's got that. And then he's got Langlois, Wilson, the other Reynolds, Guyette, and Dupree. And that's the rotation that he's playing with right there. Everybody getting a lot of playing time. We got a minute left to go here in the third quarter. It's 55-19 is your score. Reynolds shoots, misses. MVU is yet to score in this quarter. Still is yet to score. Lake Region content to slow it down a little bit, but a defensive lapse there leads to 3-point attempt by Dana Knights. Misses though, she airballs it. MVU catches break there. Not good defense there for the Thunderbirds. We'll watch that in the tape session and we'll make sure that we have somebody out there. Errant pass goes just a little haywire. Thanks to the 70 people watching at home. We got some big streaming numbers tonight. Thanks for enjoying your Tuesday with us here at the Thunderdome. We wish we could give you a better score if you're rooting for MVU. If you're rooting for Lake Region, you're enjoying this. It's going to be really interesting to see where these teams go from here. 15 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Sweeney is back in now. Sweeney looks like she's running with the second unit. Interesting here to give Sequoia Sweeney a chance to run with the second unit so they can do something. Shot at the buzzer, misses. Your score at the end of 3 is 55-19 for Lake Region. And we'll put 8 minutes on the clock and we'll run this one out. Lake Region will move to 1-1 after these next 8 minutes. MVU is going to move to 0-1. Thanks for joining us here on Northwest Access TV. Basically, the story of this game is that it's been the Sequoia Sweeney show. She's got 20 points off the top of it. Friday, the varsity girls will travel to Lamoille. The MVU girls, that is, will travel to Lamoille for 7 o'clock tip. Also, shout out to the MVU JV team who won the game in overtime against Lake Region. I believe the score was 43-42 or 43-41. It was really close. It was a 1-point overtime win for the JV squad. It's always fun. Looking ahead here for the Thunderbirds. They will play at Lamoille on Friday the 16th. Then they will come home for a game against Harwood on the 20th. After that, it's locally rival time where they will play at BFA Fairfax on the 22nd, and then they'll play at BFA St. Albans on the 27th. So they'll finish off their December with a home game against Milton on the 29th. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that girls' team. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They'll start 0-1. Good chance for them to pick up some wins. And we got a hurt player down by the end for MVU. Looks like it's number 10, Destiny Pigeon, you know, watching it on the broadcast again. Looks like she just kind of sprained something with the ankle. Made a little cut. Went down. So your score is 55-19 with 7:39 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Jim is silent as Pigeon gets looked at. And you're watching this on Northwest Access TV. Pigeon appears to be okay. She'll get up and walk up on her own power. I really think she just twisted an ankle. It is so easy when you're playing basketball to just step the wrong way and have an ankle that hurts for a month. Athletic trainer Sarah Giddens will get her some ice and we'll walk it off and we'll go back to play now. Ball's in now for Lake Region. Sweeney is still on the court. She's going to give it over to Butler. Butler is going to give it over to Bowman. Lake Region has subbed in. They're starting in it again to start the fourth quarter. Dress rehearsal now for Thursday night at Rice. Defensively, MVU looks to be playing a little zone. Looks to be a 2-3 zone. Or some sort of zone. Sweeney's going to make a three-pointer. That's just rude. She's up to 23 now. I mean, Skylar Sweeney is probably going to be in the running for the Gatorade Player of the Year at D2 level. She's just a fantastic ball handler. You know, she's got a really good three-point shot. She's the type of player where, you know, she wanted to play D1 basketball in this state. She would absolutely get recruited to one of those bigger schools. It'll be interesting to see how her season progresses. But for Lake Region, this season is definitely going to rely on how far Sweeney can take them and how far can the team help Sweeney out. You know, Lake Region, you know, they've made the championship. They made the Final Four. They're a really good team. It's a really good basketball program. Definitely want to cap this off with a championship if you're those girls. That's going to be a bucket for Lillian Frado. The score is now 16-19. MVU just got to get a bucket now. Let's take this one at a time. Let's get some shots up. Let's see what you can do. Get a lock it up chant from the Lake Region bench. They are content to play some hard defense. They're not going to give MVU anything. They've taken away that baseline play too. Finally, there's a bucket there from number 24, Molly Maydor. Gets MVU's first bucket of the second half, about 10.5 minutes into the second half, 2 minutes into the fourth. MVU's on the board again. The score is 60-21. 5:20 left to go here from the Thunderdome. Really good cut play there by Lake Region. They're doing that pick-pop cut play where they set it up on the three-point line and, you know, one person just kind of takes, you know, slides right in. looks like a timeout. Yeah, really good ball movement from Lake Region today. Just a beautiful play there by MVU. You know, one of the things MVU is going to want to look at in the tape here is how to make sure, you know, you don't get burnt on that pick and roll. Because it is really easy to just try to double team the girl with the ball and just let somebody drive right in. And, you know, Tim Luna is going to be really good at fixing that type of stuff. You know, he's got an AA experience, AAU. Interesting to see how they, you know, grow coming out of this game. You know, they wanted to play a defensive game. They didn't want to beat themselves. And Lake Region just started with a 21-6 run that just kind of knocked them off schedule. Yeah, because in the second quarter, you know, second quarter was only 21-13 in Lake Region's favor. So, you know, if you think that first quarter happens and MVU comes out like that, I think it might be a different ball game if MVU just doesn't get blasted out in the first quarter like that. It's always hard to recover mentally when you start out slow. Second unit back in for the Thunderbirds now. Shot missed by Guyette. Gets her own rebound though. It's going to be a foul called. Not many fouls in the second half. Very fast moving second half. Foul is going to be on number 22. That's Alyssa Butler. That'll be her third foul. MVU gets that in. That looks like, I think that was Kelsey Parody with the shot. We'll check the tape. MVU playing defense. Lake Region looks like they have the first line in. A little smattering of the first line. Another bucket there for the Thunderbirds. Skoya Sweeney is your leading scorer of 23 points. We'll see if she gets any more. Shot taken by Cassandra Reynolds. Kind of misses everything, a little too much power there. Definitely going to work on those shots from the elbow if you're MVU. Shot taken, a little too much power there by Aaliyah Wilson. Lake Region eventually comes up with the rebound. We have 3.5 minutes left here. Shot taken now by Maddie Racine, a little too short. We've seen three-pointers of too much power. We've seen three-pointers of not enough power. Lake Region chases it down. Your score is 62-23. A little over 3 minutes left to go here. We're going to hit the 3-minute mark. Good cut play in there, but MVU is going to go for the tie-up. Jump ball. Good hustle play there by Langlois. And the Thunderbirds. Actually, possession arrow shows to Lake Region. So Lake Region walked down the court thinking it wasn't their ball, but they got the possession arrow, so they'll inbound it here. What's a nice little stack play there for Lake Region. Travel by Sweeney. She doesn't understand what she did there. Moving around the three-point line now. Good little play there for Thunderbirds. Going to get the shots off. Looks like a 3-2 zone for Lake Region. They're content to just kind of shut it down zone-wise. They'll get the steal. Ball is going to go off the Lake Region player. They're going to call that a travel, which is interesting to me. They'll call that a travel.
Left side of the three-point line now. Lake Region moving the ball on the outside. You know, I don't think they're going to be trying to put up any shots here. I think in the last 2 minutes here in that big lead, they're just going to be content to try to run the offense, and if something presents itself, they'll shoot. As that's going to be a travel by Dana Knights. Called her name a couple times tonight. Checking in for MVU is going to be Ashlyn Dupree. Score is 62-23. We got a little under 2 minutes left to go here in the fourth quarter. MVU is going to set it up on the left side here. On the right side here, they're going to go in. Ball's going to go off a Lake Region player. .137 left to go here. Shots up by MVU, misses. Rebound got by Lake Region. Stolen by the Thunderbirds. Good defensive play there. Langlois is going to get a shot up, is going to get hit, but no foul called. Get another shot up, get hit again. .125 left down in the game. Good play there by Jalen. Langlois on the free throw, gets the first one. And you know, she has had some really good hustle plays today. So I'm glad she got a chance to get a couple from the free throw line. Gets two more. Won't really affect the outcome of the game, but it's nice to get some points up. Especially if you're a sophomore, you know, you want to chase 1,000 points, every point counts. Lake Region now's got the complete second unit out here. Now the second unit is trying to run some plays. A minute left to go here. They're definitely trying to get something inside and not take an outside shot. You gotta respect the sportsmanship there from Lake Region. You know, it comes to a point where you don't want to be jacking up threes when you're up 30 or 40. It's just not nice. Unless they give them to you wide open. So Lake Region definitely looking to just hold on to the ball here, get the cut in, and it's going to be stolen by MVU. 30 seconds left to go here in the game. Reynolds is going to go up. She's going to shoot. She's going to get a little too much power on the shot. Gets her own rebound, but she was still out of bounds. You know, I contest that. I thought she had gotten her foot off the line in time and was in the air, but MVU is going to press. Going to get a steal. Good, oh man, a rebound for MVU. MVU is still trying. Playing with a lot of heart. This is that second unit. That's good. This is that young unit out here. You know, that second unit that has the couple of freshmen, the couple of ninth graders, the sophomores, right? That's the young unit. You can tell that the young units out there are some of the seniors that won't play a lot towards the end of the year. That's going to be 2 points for Ava Goryat. That's going to be another 2 points. Good fourth quarter here by that second unit for MVU. Playing some good defense. 9 seconds left. They're still pressing 6, 5, 2, 1. And that will be your game. Your final score. The Lake Region Rangers coming into the Thunderdome with a convincing 62-27 win. Lake Region moves to 1-1. They will face Rice on Thursday. MVU goes to 0-1. They will travel to Lamoille on Friday. Before we sign off, we'd love to remind you that this live broadcast wouldn't be possible without our local sponsors. A huge thank you to Northwestern Rehab Services, Sticks and Staff, Collins Burley Sports and Fitness Center, Hina Toyota, Swanton Lumber, Novo Glass, H&M Greenhouse and Nursery, and JC Image. If your business would like to join our incredible community of sponsors, contact Northwest Access TV at 802-782-867. I'm Dustin Tanner signing off from Swanton. We'll see you again in a few days. Have a good night.